obviously happy with the win. I thought that was a total team effort. Took a lot of different guys. Defense, special teams, Zane yet again is someone you can really depend on. Coverage teams, Julian Stanford on the very opening, I think it was the opening kickoff. And, just a really nice job by us. It's a great football team we faced. Obviously they were down some guys today, so, we know that they'll be back. That's a playoff team, NFC. They'll probably win their division or be in the contention for it. So, but it was a good step for us today. And so a lot of outstanding contributions. First and foremost, I had to start with P.J. Walker. I thought he played an excellent football game. Obviously, Cam came in, gave us a lot of nice plays as well. And I thought a lot of our playmakers made plays when it had to. And then defensively, pretty total defensive effort. So with that, I'll see what questions you have.
Matt, Cam was in for 8 plays, I think. Most of them short yardage. Was that the idea? Could you have imagined he would have the kind of start that he did?
He came in, he put the work in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday to learn a package. We kind of came up with some things that he knew. He felt comfortable with him. He's a veteran player, right? So in his mind, it says, hey, this play, I've run this 100 times, it's called this now. And I think the credit goes to Joe and Sean as well. I've been working with them, and Cam put the work in, and it was a good feeling down there in that quarterback room.
Coach, would you say this was your most complete game as a team this season?
I don't know. It was more complete than last week. That's kind of how short my memory is. So that was a step forward from last week. We've had some good moments. I just challenge the team in there. Can we be a team that does this 2 weeks in a row? Or is it going to be up and down, up and down, up and down? So today was up. We played a good football game. We had a good week of practice. It was a trying week. There was a lot of work being done. Again, I think anytime your backup quarterback comes in and plays the way he played, it gives you a chance, and a lot of the good guys rose up around him.
From a non-football standpoint, what did you learn about Cam, what he brings to a team not on the field?
Not much. Kind of had a good feel for who he is. He's got a ton of energy, but he's selfless. When PJ would score, he was celebrating with him. He's a total team guy. When he came in my office, he told me this is all going to be about winning. And that's what it was, winning. And but I felt like that's who he was. I've seen the all or nothings. I've watched him on TV. I know Cam's a competitor. I think the challenge of the rest of our team was it's not about one guy. It's about everybody. And I think anytime you play defense the way we played it today, you have a pretty good chance. Obviously we're excited to have Cam here. Don't get me wrong. We're excited. I kind of knew he would bring that energy, and he did.
What about Christian? Did he tweak his hammy?
No. He was buzzed down from the observer up top to check him for a big hit, concussion, and was fine. And then late, obviously we were up 4 touchdowns. I didn't want to get him banged up, and have a lot of confidence in him here. Unfortunately, we had that fumble on the one play, which I couldn't tell. It didn't look like it was Chuba's fault. It was just a mishandling of the ball. But we figured we were going to let him here take the end of the game, and he made a couple nice runs to cement it. So.
Can you share with us who got game balls?
No, I would probably not do that till tomorrow.
Okay.
I found every once in a while there's an amazing thing I'll do it, but we usually sit down as a staff, talk about it, and do it tomorrow.
Coach, the energy you saw from this team today, how was it different and why?
It was the same as Atlanta. I just think I think that's just how it felt on the sideline in Atlanta. We're a team that gets on the road. I think the guys go out to eat together. We like the battle. How lucky are we to have Panther fans travel the way they did? They traveled to Houston. They traveled. I forget some of the other games, but they certainly traveled to Atlanta. They certainly traveled here. There was a lot of blue jerseys up there, which is really cool. That was just what it felt like in Atlanta. Atlanta was a different type of a game, but in Atlanta we were all fighting for each other. We were all fighting for each other today. We have to do that at home. That's the next big step for us.
I understand you're just coming out of this game, but do you feel like with a week under his belt that it's realistic that Cam could start next week?
I think all of us would say. I know we're talking a lot about Cam. I get it, but I think a lot of us would say PJ played pretty well today. So. We brought Cam here to play. There's no doubt about that. He knows that. And there's just an amazing opportunity for PJ. I just want to make sure PJ, if everyone asks me, why is he here and why did you guys pick him as your backup, that's why. Right? That's why. And so I had a lot of faith in him. And Cam, Cam, again, the thing with Cam is everything on his own on the right schedule, right? A couple plays, he pulled the trigger on the deep ball today, threw the sprint out with him. He'll have to get into it this week and learn more and more and more. So, but I don't I'm not a big hypothetical guy. I walk in tomorrow, someone's got a sprained ankle, so I kind of deal with it now. So I'm just kind of focused on this game, but it was fun to have those guys out there.
Can you talk about the defensive performance today?
I thought it was excellent. A couple mistakes here and there, but anytime you get that first turnover, and it was different. The difference this week is we were able to capitalize on it and get a touchdown, and then Dante with the great interception. And I thought our guys, gave up a run here and there, but I thought for the most part our guys did an excellent job. I don't forget what the final score was, 31-10, 34-10. Thought our guys did an excellent job of not giving up big plays. We had some communication things. It's a really tough offense. That same offense with Colts and those guys, they scored 30-some points last week. So, our guys were ready for the challenge. We played a lot of guys. They communicated, got to the quarterback, stopped the run. It was a good game for us. All that being said, they're an excellent team. They're a team that will certainly be a playoff team.
So the shot you got of Cam in the red zone, what does that do for you moving forward, you think?
Again, it was just about today for me. Obviously Cam's a weapon. We're going to use him a lot of different ways. He did what he did today on off two practice reps. Really a day of practice. So, I'm not going to. And as we move forward, I hope you guys understand. I probably won't answer very many schematic questions. I only have a couple of advantages, but that's one of them. So, we have two guys that played excellent at that position today, and so we'll mix and match or play or kind of as we see fit. But it was certainly a jolt in the arm today.
So we'll take two more questions.
Just to clarify, if everything goes according to plan, you anticipate Cam Newton to start next week?
I did not say that. No.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I'm just not going to say anything about it right now. I'll talk to you guys on Monday, and I'm enjoy this win.
So, Coach, how do you think PJ bounced back from his interception? I think you guys put together a 13-play drive after that.
Yeah, that play was a nice play by the kid, and I thought PJ played really good football today. So I thought he protected the ball. And, it's kind of hard sometimes when you're playing quarterback when you have a huge lead because you can't be super aggressive. We had a bunch of deep play actions in the game plan, and I found out pretty soon we didn't quite need them. So, I thought he managed the game
and
really
real
well.
quick, he was 10 for 10 targeting Christian McCaffrey and completions. What does Christian do for this offense for whoever's playing quarterback?
Yeah, Christian. We just made a commitment this week to utilize Christian in the passing game, and we ran some of those same plays in the mirror. He caught the ball too. We just wanted to use the tailbacks. We knew that they're a big, strong physical defense. They were going to overload the box, and we were going to try to utilize our backs to try to throw the football early, and we did a nice job of that.
Last two, Jonathan.
I just want to make sure I clarify this one more time for everybody. So there's no gray area. I'm not saying anyone's not starting. I'm saying I'm going to get on the bus and enjoy this win. So just so everybody, before the tweets go out, they probably already went out. I'm not saying anything because even if I knew it, which I probably do in my head what I'm going to do, I'm not going to say it till you're probably on Wednesday. You guys are going to ask me, and I'm going to say, hey, guys, I'm not sure yet. So just we're on the same page. That is what it is. That was fun today. Let's let it be fun.
You said you're going to enjoy this win. What in particular pleased you most?
Just watching guys play defense, watching guys run the football. I think we had 166 yards rushing. Watching guys score in the red zone, convert third. It was just good football all around. It was a lot of great football by a lot of different guys. And at the end of the day, we just asked every guy to play their best football because every guy is enough. And, we wanted to have a total team win, and that's what it was.
What do you think of Joe Brady's sticking with the game plan, his ability to call the game today?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple times where I've said, hey, we want to run the ball more, but pretty consistently when you guys ask me about Joe, I've said, hey, I think he's calling pretty good games. I watch the tape and I see guys open, and we've just been with bad protection here. But I think you saw today, there's a lot of guys open, and we made a lot of plays, and Robbie made some big catches, which we needed. DJ made a big catch, so I thought it was another well-called game by Joe.
And just real quick on that, is it fair to say the offensive line did their job in order to kind of protect the quarterback and allow Joe to call?
Yeah, I don't know. We have a sack today.
I don't think so.
No sack. 166 yards rushing and no sacks. That's part of the narrative. Those guys went out there and they did an excellent job protecting, and that's a number 4. I think that's the number 4 ranked defense we faced out there today. That's Buda Baker. That's Chandler Jones. There's a lot of guys. Dennis Daly went down. Brady Christensen stepped into the game. Trent Scott. If you looked at the starting lineup, 4 guys were starting who weren't starting, 4 or 5 weeks ago. So that's an excellent job by Pat Meyer, but more importantly by those guys. Pat Elflein stepping in at center. Some good things there.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.